Hello pro strikers, today we are going to be talking about one of the most important tools in Muay Thai, catching kicks. To catch is to intercept and hold something which has been thrown. It's a skill that requires both timing and reflexes, but it offers an opportunity to turn your opponent's offense into an attacking option.
Saenchai.
The other two definitive methods of defending kicks are blocking and evading, but I think the catch is the best when it comes to risk-reward ratio. Like with anything, there is a risk-reward factor, so let's delve into the pros and cons of catching kicks. Pros. Learning to catch and counter is more difficult than simply blocking the kick. Because of this, you'll likely be taught to defend with blocks first. The major downside to blocking a kick is it still hurts the defender, and if damage is accumulated on the shin over the course of a fight, then catching or evading become much better options. Catching requires less reaction time and athleticism than evading. It is harder to counter when evading a kick as there is usually a lot more distance between the fighters. When catching, you're already in contact with the opponent, so counters such as sweeps are readily available. The sweep is a high scoring technique in Muay Thai, and it may be the deciding factor for the judges awarding a winner in a tight round. The sweep will hurt the opponent. Not only can kicking out the standing leg cause a fighter injury, but hitting the hard canvas can wind a fighter, and even potentially cause a knockout from the impact of the fall. If a fighter is getting their kick caught repeatedly, it becomes a great deterrent against them throwing the kick in the first place. It can completely alter the way they fight.
Sweep the leg. No mercy.
Once a kick is caught, you can set up powerful counter strikes. Much like you can achieve a knockout with the sweep itself, you can pull opponents onto strikes, doubling the impact of it, and scoring potential knockouts.
Saenchai stand out on his back. Goes to the body again with a kick to the kick. Oh! The kick to the kick.
Cons. When catching a kick, there is always a risk factor. The most obvious is you are still taking some of the impact of a strike to some degree.
Good kick, and here comes the boxing.
Oh,
he's here! He's done!
He's done!
If you mistime the catch or do not execute the technique correctly, you can end up absorbing the full impact of the kick. There are many instances of fighters misjudging a catch, perceiving the kick to be coming low or to the body, only to end up eating a kick full force to the head. There's also the danger of an opponent feinting to draw out a reaction and set you up for a counter strike. Proficient kickers can be very difficult to counter even once the leg is caught. There are a variety of defences and ways a fighter can adjust their kicking technique to prevent catches. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a video surrounding this topic. Now we've looked at the pros and cons, let's take a look at the variety of methods used to catch kicks. There are many techniques to choose from, some more efficient than others, but the chosen option will often depend on the preferred method of the catcher, combined with the type of kick thrown by the kicker. Underarm catch and scoop. For rear side roundhouse kicks on an orthodox versus orthodox matchup, underarm catches are a great choice. A fighter can step in the direction of the kick, rotate the body whilst catching to minimise the impact. From here, we have a variety of attacking options and sweeps. Some involve kicking into the front of the leg, which can be a little dangerous as you're kicking directly into the shin of the kicker. Then we have the sweeps that kick to the back of the leg, which are a little safer as you're kicking into the muscle of the lower leg of an opponent, but they may be more challenging to execute because of the distance. We have pulling onto power side knees, punches and elbows, and redirection techniques used to off-balance an opponent to attack them whilst they're out of position. Arm block catches. I find this a great way to catch a left kick as an orthodox fighter. The underarm catch can be a little trickier, as with the left foot in front, from in stance, it can be harder and less efficient to create room for sweeps. Left switch kicks can also come a lot faster, and it can be much harder to wrap the arm over it. By blocking the kick on the arm, you are protecting the ribs, and then the opposing arm comes underneath to secure the leg and catch the kick, bringing the heel into the palm of the hand. Once the kick is caught, the catch will step the hips back to create room for attacking options. The sweep is very efficient from here, as the opponent will be falling backward, making it difficult for them to do anything other than accept the sweep. And the sweeper is kicking to the back of the leg, so there is little chance of injury. The arm block can be used to catch the kick with an overhand grip, much in the same way as the previous example, but instead of coming underneath, the hand comes over the top, wraps around the shin, and then can slide down toward the foot, catching the ankle. Sweeps, counter punches, and redirections can be achieved from this, and can be combined with the shin block to grab a hold of the leg. Anytime you get to catch a leg, you're going to force the opponent to be off balance, and gives the fighter time to score with counters. Catching front kicks. Catching front kicks is a must learn for any Nat Muay, and it sets up a ton of counter opportunities. Much like a jab in boxing, many Thai fighters use the push kick in both attack and defence, making it a very commonly used high percentage strike. If you're fighting in Thai boxing, you can expect to be front kicked.
Quite easy with some punches. Oh! He's not just taking rounds off, moving back like some fight.
The technique will usually involve catching the heel with the lead hand, and then using the backhand to clasp a hold of the foot. Buakaw has knocked out multiple opponents by putting them onto power punches from catching their teeth. If you have the ability to win a fight with one technique, then it is definitely worth practicing. Other kicks can be caught, such as intercepting a spin kick, catching a head kick and going for a dump, or even catching a low kick to off-balance an opponent. But I would say these carry far more dangers than catching a body kick, as if it were to be misjudged, it can lead to fight-ending consequences. Because of the scoring criteria in Muay Thai, you can see clear patterns develop. If you land a kick successfully, you can pretty much expect the fighter to kick straight back, and Thai fights can become a bit of a tennis rally, back and forth, kick for kick. This is where catching and sweeping an opponent can put a stamp on an exchange, and will always give the sweeper the edge on the judges' scorecards. Catches are something every Nat Muay should put their time into learning. Not only do they offer a solid way to defend against kicks and minimise damage, but they can lead to high reward counters that win fights. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you prefer sweeping opponents or going for counter punches from a catch? I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, there are plenty of other breakdowns to check out on the channel. You can also follow me over on Patreon for extra content over there. Pro striking out, I'll catch you later.